Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hello and welcome to Empire Builders. As you start building your wealth, you'll start spending more money. Now, some of those might be on appreciating assets and some might be depreciating assets. But no matter what you're spending on, you need to start to learn how to buy better. So today's show is all about that. And today I'm joined by Will Roberts from Alsaca, and he's got a very interesting business which he describes as a lifestyle private office business. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
And
Lovely to
thanks
be
for
here.
sharing all of these ideas on how to negotiate. And we've got some boys' toys and some female toys as well. But tell me, what is a lifestyle private office?
Lifestyle private office is effectively one office where time poor executives or high net worth can utilise our expertise and our network to leverage the best price and the highest quality of service across a varied range of luxury assets, ranging from watches, wine, vehicles, boats, whatever it is in the luxury space. We have the network and we can acquire it on their behalf.
And so what's the value proposition? So I'm some wealthy man and I'm probably running my business and stuff like that, and sure, I need some watches and some cars and probably some boats and holidays and stuff like that. So what is it that you really offer?
The main thing for someone like that is time. You've probably got a history of already buying these items, and you've got a lifestyle that you're building towards and you're accustomed to. But the one thing that you can't actually monetize is time. So the way we position ourselves is that we do all of that hard work and the things in behind the scenes that is the most time consuming, the research, the finding of the networks, and the finding out where things sit in the marketplace, so you can make the best decision based on the bipartisan information that we provide you.
So for instance, if I wanted a particular car, I might think, hey, that looks a cool car, but you might be the experts and say, no, that particular model, that particular year was an absolute nightmare and you shouldn't go anywhere near it.
Yes and no. So what we do is we'll actually provide you the information so you can make that decision. It's not for us to make the decision on your behalf. It's our job to go and collect all the information and present it back to you, so you're the person that can actually make that well-informed decision yourself.
Right, okay. And so, say for you specifically or your team, would you be experts across everything from cars to wine to watches, the rest of it, or do you all kind of specialise in your own little niche?
We specialise in our own little niches. We're not the experts in the products that of the industries that we specialise in. What we are experts in is actually the networks and the contacts in those areas, and we've either got history in working in those areas, so we've got the inside secrets and the way to be able to buy these products, and also a little bit of the product knowledge as well. But we've all specialised in our own individual fields, whether that be boats, whether that be cars, antiques, wine.
Sounds like a tough job. Sorry, honey, I've got to go out and be an expert at luxury cars or wine. Spending lots of research.
Spending other people's money for a living, it's not bad.
And so what's your area of expertise?
So my area of expertise is high-end motor vehicles, prestige motor vehicles, and real estate.
And I guess what's the background? You just used to work in those industries?
So I used to work in prestige motor vehicles, and I worked in BMW in special vehicles at BMW for a long period of time. And that's where we learnt to develop the craft with time poor high net worth clients, because they don't like to be sold to. They don't like to be moved out of their own schedule, regardless of what it is that they're interested in buying. And more importantly, they don't like a sales pitch. If things can be done in the way that they want to purchase it in their environment on their terms, then the relationship with the person goes a lot deeper and a lot further.
And so I guess is that the other half of the business, and we'll go into the business kind of later on, but I guess is that the thing that BMW or Rolls-Royce might be wanting to get these high net worth clients, but their average salespeople aren't necessarily getting there, and you can be the middleman to say, well, that's effectively I can deliver, but you need to deliver it a certain way.
That's correct. The main difference is that most salespeople in any industry, they all work to a target and monthly figures. They've always got to report to someone, and they've always got a target hanging over their head that they've got to achieve. They don't care how they get there. All they need to do is they need to be able to get there at the end of the month. We don't. We work on the client side of things. So if the client needs to take 6 months to make a decision to buy something, 6 weeks, 6 minutes, it doesn't matter. The client is the one in control of that decision-making process. We position and we allow the client to experience the product in the way that is deserved, that they want to be able to do it, not on the retailer's terms.
Now, what if a client comes to you and it's outside your area of expertise? They're after something weird and wonderful that you've never even heard of.
Generally, what we'll do is, funny enough, we'll actually say no, because we can't be everything to everybody, and we don't claim to be everything to everybody. The thing there is that we will help them to connect to the person, but generally speaking, we'll actually say no. We're not the expert in that. Leave us to your own devices.
Okay. And so, what would be a typical person that would come to you?
Generally, they're extremely time poor. They're aspirational, so they've got a level of wealth that they're used to, and they've got a lifestyle that they're used to, but they still want to step up. They've still got the slightly larger house that they want to buy, or they've still got the larger boat that they want to move into, or they're in a competitive field in their own career where they do have to have a lifestyle that is at a certain level.
So they don't necessarily have to be super wealthy to come to you. It's kind of be not maybe a wannabe is the wrong word, but someone that's aspirational, that's trying to get up the corporate ladder or the business world.
Absolutely.
And they want to have these products.
Absolutely. We actually say Warren Buffett would be our worst client
because he doesn't want that stuff.
spend. He doesn't spend money, and our elder clientele is becoming a lot fewer because they're now thinking about second generation wealth and wealth protection, rather than spending to build up their life.
Okay. Now, obviously, some people are going to come to you for kind of better prices, saving time, or finding the unique things. Do you find that there's a certain percentage that they're really all coming, 80% are coming to you for one particular reason?
They generally come to us because the trigger is money. They want to come to us because we can leverage a better deal than what they could probably get themselves. Through that process, they realise that the time saving is actually more important to them than the monetary saving. Unfortunately, the time saving, it's not tangible. You can't see what value that is. It's only once you experience it, you can they actually see how much importance that actually has about outsourcing that to us.
Now, I'm sure people's mindsets change from when they were kind of 20 and they're working to the kind of customers you get. For those kind of viewers out there that say, hey, I want to be super wealthy and I want to enjoy these toys, what kind of mindsets do they need to maybe adapt or kind of come to be this type of client?
Patience is a big one. A lot of our clients would rarely rush into making a decision purely because of time. They're very considered in their approach, and making sure that they're basing their decisions with all of the correct facts, rather than basing it on purely emotion. When we're younger and we want that fancy suit, or we want that beautiful Rolex watch that's in the window, and we think we get a good deal because we get the tax back or the duty back or anything like that, and we rub our hands and think we can get it yesterday. That sort of disappears after a period of time, and they're a lot more considered in there, and they really value the research side of things a lot more.
So rather than do the flash Hollywood kind of go down Rodeo Drive and have the bag and the rest of it, if they can get it without all that fancy stuff and they get the same product and it's a lot cheaper, then that's what they really want.
Gone are the days of the Pretty Woman moment where they're coming back in with all the shopping bags of everything like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, in terms of some of the clients, I imagine you deal with pretty wealthy clients. Do you have to keep those quiet?
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai. or search the App Store today.